Good morning, Ms. Freeman. Is that Ms. Thompson in the jail there?
I believe so.
Is that you, Thompson? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Good morning, Ms. Thompson. It's Judge Hannafy. I've reviewed a shoplifting ticket citation CR 30507. I'm going to find there's probable cause for 2 shoplifts. You're not being charged with 2 shoplifts at this point. The citation is for 1 shoplift from July 18th, but there's probable cause for a 2nd shoplift in case the city wants to charge that. Maximum punishment for shoplift is 364 days in jail, $5,000 fine. You'll be given a statement of rights on advice of rights that explains that you have an attorney and all that. The biggest thing we need to talk about, Ms. Thompson, this morning is your release. What is a good address for you? Do you have a good address?
Yes, I currently have an address of 338 Undy Road.
Did you get that, Melissa?
What was the name of the road?
Undy, UNDI.
UNDI. She's down there by the Bogoshiel River. Is that family or friends?
Friends currently.
Okay. Is that where you're going to stay for a while?
At the moment, yes.
All right. What's a good telephone number for you?
It'll be 913-850-4121.
Do you have a job here in town yet?
Not yet.
Do you have any income?
Not currently.
Okay. How much money did you bring in last month? This is July still. How much money did you bring in June?
I was still living in an federal egalitarian community in Ozark, Missouri, so about
Okay,
$175.
okay. Well, we're gonna find that you are indigent. We're gonna appoint Clallam Public Defenders to represent you. Now, here's the deal. I want to release you on your own recognizance, which means that you've got to get to court on time, because if I have to look for you or guess about your whereabouts, I'm for sure going to put $5,000 cash bail on you. Do you believe me when I tell you that, don't you?
I believe you.
Because I will. If I have to go looking for somebody, that irritates me, and I don't like to be irritated. So we're going to release you on your own recognizance. We're going to bring you back, Melissa. I'm looking at. Do you think July 31st works?
That's perfect.
Okay, so Ms. Thompson, you need to be in court on July 31st. You can also appear by Zoom, but since that's your arraignment, and you'll have a chance to meet with Doug Kressel, your public defender. I'd rather have you here in person on the 31st. So we're going to be looking for you in person. So you need to get a ride into town if you don't have a car. That's going to be at 1:30 on the 31st. Okay.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
And we're going to provide contact for Clallam Public Defenders. So you need to call them and set up an appointment. You won't be able to talk to your attorney on phone. You just have to set up an appointment, and then make sure they have your contact information, because same drill for them. They can't go, they're not going to send out detectives looking for you. You need to stay in contact with them. Okay. So we're going to see you on July 31st. If you see that advice of rights go by, if you haven't signed it already, you need to sign that and get it back to us. You need to keep us updated on your address in case there are any changes. So we'll see you July 31st. At what time, young lady?
1:30.
Yes, ma'am. We'll see you at 1:30 on the 31st. Okay. Stay out of outfitters till somebody tells you it's okay to go back in. Like me, I would tell you when it's okay to go back in. Okay.
Okay.
All right. See you later.
Thank you.
Thank you. Melissa, is that one of those civil calendars that showed up early? Is that who's out there in the audience?
I believe so, Your Honor.
It wouldn't happen to be the Eastman case, would it?
Is there a Tracy Eastman here? Yes. Yes.
Okay, you don't need to come up right. You don't need to come up right away. I'm just inquiring of my clerk to see who's there. Do you think, Melissa, we have all the parties present for that? Look like that to you?
Stephanie or Riley, are you here? Yes. They're here as well, Your Honor.
All right. Well, we're gonna wait a little more for the jail to bring out the next two customers, and then we'll get going early on the other one, on the Eastman case. If everybody's here, we can start before 10. Oh, okay, who's that in jail? In jail, what's your last name?
Nold.
Oh, Nold. Yeah, Mr. Nold. I didn't get a chance to meet you last week. I set you bail earlier on the theft, and now I've got you on citation CR 30546.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm not asking for your opinion about anything. I'm telling you what I got. So you need to listen to me so that your bail doesn't get so high you'll never post it. So you just be quiet for a minute. I've got a camera that shows that you were trespassing at 110 South Spartan Avenue in a dumpster. So that would be a second-degree trespass, probably. Maximum punishment is 90 days in jail and a $1,000 fine. But here's the deal: we've got a pending theft case with you. Do you actually have a mailing address at this point, or are you still general delivery?
What do you mean we have a pending theft case? That's done. That's done.
Hang on a second. Let me talk to my clerk. Ms. Freeman, did he actually plead guilty the other day?
Yes, he did, Your Honor, on the 10th of July.
All right. Well, what we're gonna do, Mr. Nold, since you just pled guilty to a theft and now you've got allegation of a trespass, we're gonna go ahead and appoint Clallam Public Defenders to represent you. And I'm gonna impose $1,000 cash bail. You're gonna have to post $1,000 cash to get out of jail. And we're gonna set your, are you able to post $1,000 cash at this time?
No, sir, I was hoping to get PR due to the fact
No,
I have had
no.
no written, no,
I
have
know.
not served.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, Noel. You just pled guilty to a theft and now you're out there. So you're making the same mistake. Would you like to see your bail go up to $3,000 right now?
No, what I'm saying is.
Hang on. The answer is either a yes or a no.
No.
If you want me to find you in contempt, I'm willing to put you in jail for 10 days right now for interrupting the judge. So since you can't post $1,000, we're going to see you on July 24th at 1:30 for your arraignment. You may commit no further crimes of any kind. We've appointed Clallam Public Defenders to represent you. We'll see you in court Monday, the 27th at, that is the 27th, 24th. Monday, the 24th at 1:30.
Am I getting released today?
No, you are not getting no.
I haven't been in jail in 10 years.
How about we find you 5 days in contempt? You want to start 5 days now, son?
No, I'm just saying.
No. Then you stop talking. It's $1,000 cash to post. No further criminal law violations. You stay away from Sarge's attic, and we'll see you Monday at 1:30. That's the end of that discussion.
So Judge, would you like to call the next case? I don't believe the defendant will be here since the ticket stated 1:30 in the afternoon.
Oh, really? Okay, is that the Reyes Olvera?
Correct.
Yeah, so I guess we'll play that one by ear. I don't know if that person's going to show up or not, but we'll have to resummon. If that person doesn't show up today, we'll just have to resummons. Okay, so we can do the Eastman case.
Okay, does one party want to come over to this table and the other party to this table? Yes, sir.
Interpreter services are not needed. Is that
I
correct?
don't believe so, not on this one calendar.
Is that Mr. Plumley? I can hear his voice, but I can't see him.
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, we don't know if that guy's going to figure out to show up at 1:30 or not. We're just going to go ahead and resummons him, and I'm sure our court administrator will let you know when we need you. But thanks for showing up.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, let me find this Eastman thingy while I'm here. I was just reading that, and of course I had to go and close my email. There we go. Oh, hang on a second, everybody. Thank you for being patient. Okay. Booked in the jail. Civil case. Let me read this again when it decides to open it up. So, and I absolutely cannot pronounce that last name. How do you pronounce that last name, Stephanie and Robert?
It's Chepkema. It's Dutch. You put a CH in the front there.
Chepkema.
You're not the only one.
That is good. Okay, so is Tracy Eastman or Kenneth Damon sitting there too?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So what I've got is a fairly complex request for anti-harassment or no contact. And it's my understanding, it looks like Riley, and let me see if I have this right. Riley and Tracy are both in high school. Is that correct?
No, Kenneth.
Kenneth.
Yes.
So Riley and Kenneth are the high school students, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So What we've got, Mr. Kenneth, is that you pronounce his last name, pronounce your last name Damon?
Damon. Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Damon, the Challam family is requesting that you not have contact with Riley for at least a year. Did you have a chance to look at these papers that they served on you?
Yes, I did look, and it said until I was 18. Until we were
Right.
both 18.
Right. How old are you now?
I just turned 15 in May.
Okay. Well, obviously that's going to create that's going to be fairly complex, because if you both keep going to Forks High School, it's going to be a situation where you go to school, you attend class, but you wouldn't be making contact with Riley. Do you understand what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Okay. So when we do a hearing like this, you have a right to present testimony after the Challam presented their testimony. You would have a right to testify, but instead of doing that, instead of rushing into that, I want to ask you if you would agree to a no contact order. If you understand the reason why they're asking, and if you agree to it, I can go ahead and enter the order. Otherwise, we have to have a hearing. So is this an order you're willing to agree to?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. So I'll go back to the Challam for just a second here. Apparently everybody wants to go till age 18, but I'm wondering, did you want to try like 1 year, or do you want to try till graduation, or is your heart set on age 18? Either, any old Challam will work.
So I would be fine doing 1 year and then reevaluating. One thing
Right.
that I want to make very clear is that I do not want to in any way, shape, or form have this interfere with either child's education. And as far as what that like, I'm open to having the conversation with parents and with the school to see how we make that work for both of them.
Right.
This
Well,
is
what
just
we're, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but this is July. So actually 1 year would actually kind of work out if we had it for 1 year. In other words, it would run through July, whatever, 20th or 21st of next year. And then if somebody thought that they needed another order or needed to continue this order, to extend this order, we could do that before July. Does that make sense to you that way?
yeah.
Right, because having been a high schooler once myself, people tend to mature. If both these kids have a chance to mature a little bit, that might cut down the risk of violating the order. So, Mr. Damon, you're going to be in. I'm going to enter an order for 1 year, and I cannot overemphasize that if you violate the order, that would be a domestic violence kind of violation, and it could easily result in criminal prosecution, which you really seriously, you do not want to violate this order, because it would complicate your life in ways that you cannot imagine. Now, this is for the Challam's benefit and also Mr. Damon's benefit. The way these kinds of orders work is an intentional violation. In other words, if you pass each other in the hall and you, Mr. Damon, you're not trying to make contact with Riley, that's everybody expects that over at the school. On the other hand, if you walk across the courtroom to talk to Riley, or if you send a text, or if you show up on the Challam porch, or if you try to make a phone call, then you're for sure going to be in violation of the order. And I'm telling you, Chief Rowley would have to arrest you, take you into custody. So we don't want to do that. So Ms. Freeman, my clerk, is going to enter an order, put together an order for 1 year duration. And Ms. Freeman, do you think that might be ready by 1:30 or 2 this afternoon?
Oh, yes, Your Honor, we'll have it ready probably by 1.
Okay. So both families, you can come by and get a copy of that sometime this afternoon. And I'm sure the school will need to have a copy of that. So we can figure out how to do that. We can send them one, or the checkumist can take a copy over. So Mr. Damon, you understand what we're saying here? For the next year, you have to go way out of your way to not make contact with Riley Checkema. Are you on board with that?
Yes, I understand.
Very good, very good. I'm gonna assume that everybody can behave and I don't need to hear about this. Okay? So thank you, everybody, for showing up early.
Tracy, did you have a question?
I just had a quick question.
Yeah.
I just want to know if he's still eligible to go to kids' sporting events and dances. Like if she's there, how does that work?
Right. So thank you for that question. So there is no geographical restriction on school. It's my understanding, the Checkemist can correct me if I'm wrong. From their petition, it sounds like they want everybody to engage in the normal school stuff. So the problem would be if Mr. Damon initiates contact with Riley. That's the only problem. Obviously, they're going to pass, it's Forks. They're going to pass each other at outfitters. They're going to pass each other at gas stations. They're going to pass each other in school. So check them as, am I reading that correctly? You want Mr. Damon to not initiate any sort of personal contact.
Yes.
Okay. And I think that's where we are. I think that means dances are okay. And obviously with Forks being a small town, school staff, everybody will know about the no contact order basically. And if they see Mr. Damon initiating personal contact, then somebody's going to call the police. So as long as we don't cross the red line, we should be okay. Thank you for that question.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So if you'd like to come back at 1, sign your, make a copy. Just come back at 1 or 1:30, sign your, and I'll make a copy. Okay? All right,
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Thank you. Appreciate everybody being there nice and early.
Have a good day.
Thank you. Oh, there's a go.
All right, Your Honor, we can take a 10-minute recess if you'd like, before we have an attorney show up for the contested hearing, which we do
Okay.
not have. Discovery was not sent to the attorney of record.
Oh, right. I wondered about that. You mean on Palmer's speeding ticket case?
Correct.
Yeah, no, if he wants a continuance, we'll grant him one. So yeah, I'll see you in 10 minutes. I'll get offline here and wait for you.
Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Judge Hannity, can you hear the courtroom?
I sure can.
I don't have an attorney showing up for that contested hearing, so would you just like to set that aside for the moment and we'll go on to our
Yeah,
last?
let's go ahead and set that aside. We'll probably continue. And is Mr. Wren present?
No,
Okay, well, yeah, we don't want to, I'm not going to find it committed if somebody filed a notice of appearance. So do we have two McClanahans there?
we do.
Okay,
Yeah.
McClan.
Zolar, can you come up to this table? And Rocky, can you come up to this table?
Hang on a second, McClanahans. I got to get back to this petition. Been a while since I read it. Oh. District Court calendar. Here we go. That's the one I'm looking for right there. So we got, and I still don't know if I'm pronouncing that name right. Is that Zolar? Is that how you say Zolar?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We got a Zolar and we got Rocky. They're both present. Chief Rowley says he served the petition. Let me get back to the basic situation here. On July 5th, Rocky stated to me in front of the residents, if I ever called the cops on him again, he would beat me up. I forgot, are you two guys brothers or cousins? I don't remember.
Brothers, Your Honor.
Yeah. So, and it looks like you both have different residences, so there's really no reason to, what's that?
Your Honor, they're the same residence.
No, we are
Oh, they
not.
are.
No, we
Okay.
do not have the same residence.
Okay, well, hang on. So Zolar, you don't want Rocky coming over, right?
Your Honor, we don't live in the same residence, but we live on the same piece of property, the same address.
Right.
That
I
is
know.
true.
But the thing I'm talking about is somehow if I grant this order, somehow the police have to be able to enforce it. And what it really comes down to, Rocky, is Zolar doesn't want you making contact with him. Does that make sense?
He lives in a totally different dwelling than we do, and he's not allowed in the house that I live in.
Right. Well,
So there shouldn't be a problem.
I know.
This is
I know.
not true, Your Honor.
Now, so you, first of all, only one of you can talk at a time, and if you start interrupting me, I can guarantee you I won't hear anything. So Rocky, Zolar doesn't want you over at his house and does not want you making contact with him. Is that something you can live with or not?
Yeah, I can live with that. I don't ever go over to his place.
Right. Well, it's kind of tough. We just had a situation with the Forks High School going on, and now we got two brothers that live on the same piece of property. So you got to make some effort to not initiate contact. And we're in Forks, so like if you both are at Outfitters at the same time, and Rocky, if you cross the store, if you go over deliberately to make contact with Zolar, you're violating the order. Or if you go over to where he's sleeping, you're violating the order. If you try to contact him or text him, you're violating the order. So I don't know what's going on between you two, but I'm willing to enter an order for 1 year for the time being to keep you from contacting each other. Of course, Rocky, it's enforceable against you. If you think you need an order, to keep Zolar from contacting you, you can come back in and file your own petition, and you can also ask for an order. But I'm going to order you, Rocky, for the next year to not initiate contact with Zolar. Can you live with that?
Yeah, I can live with that.
Okay. All right. Let's give that a try. You know,
Can I go back
sure-
home?
Well, you can.
We don't live in
Nobody.
the same dwelling.
Your Honor, the
Yeah.
residence at question is 1150 Perry Avenue. That is that is where I live, at 1150 Perry Avenue. That is where I would like the order to.
So you're trying to get his home exam?
Hang on.
You live in a
I don't know.
piece of
Hang
trailer by
on.
yourself.
Hold on. That the female that stood up and interrupted court, you're about 2 seconds away from getting arrested for contempt. So why don't you go sit down and stay out?
Sorry, I'm the
Get away
wife.
from me.
I'm just
Okay,
the
hang on. Sit down and stop talking. Trust me, because I don't mind putting you in jail this morning if that's what it takes to make you quit talking. All right. So Zolar, what were you just saying?
I'm saying that 1150 Perry Avenue is the residence at question. The lot itself there.
Right. So
It-
So let me explain the problem to you is that a district court doesn't have jurisdiction over rental or residential property. I can tell Rocky to not come to your residence, but what happens? Are you actually under the same roof or not?
No.
Okay.
The matter of dwelling is not even on the property. It's like half and half on
Right.
the neighbor.
Right. Well, so what I'm trying to explain here is I'm not making a decision about real property. What I'm saying is for the next 12 months, Rocky cannot initiate contact with
In his
Zolar.
dwelling.
Contact and stay away at 1,000 feet.
Well, can you do that? Can you enforce 1,000 feet or not? With the situation you described, is it possible
There should
to
be-
enforce? What's that?
If he's in the neighbor's home or my dad's home, within 1,000 feet of me, that's what the order is asking for, right?
He's not even
Well,
welcome in my
okay,
dad's home.
okay, but that's what I'm asking about. The petition, it's not an order. I entered a temporary order. We're talking about the 1-year order now. Is it possible to enforce 1,000 feet or not?
Not possible.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I don't see why not.
Well, because if you have relatives in common, like if there's a family picnic or something, you're actually going to have to attend the same picnic. The trick is Rocky may not initiate personal contact with Zolar. Now, how far away are the actual beds? You know, you both sleep in a different bed. How far apart are the beds?
There's 2 walls separating them. His fifth wheel's on the edge of the property. There should be no problems that I don't need to go over to his dwelling whatsoever. His door don't even face our door.
Okay, but how far apart is that? Is that like 150 feet?
I can
200
hear
feet?
him. I can hear conversations.
Okay, I can't help that either, but how far apart are the 2 beds?
I'm saying that I can hear conversations from my place to his. That's how close they are.
It's a city.
I know.
It's a-
I can't do that. I can't help that unless one of you decides to move away. I'm trying to figure out when you go to bed at night, how far apart are your beds?
Yeah, 150, 200 feet.
Yeah,
Well,
it's a city.
What's
It's a
that?
city law, Your Honor.
I know. It's just I'm trying to figure out an order that can be enforced. And I'm assuming the McClanahans still get together for picnics, weddings, and funerals, don't they?
No, we do not.
I have a letter here from my father. May I read it?
Well, hang on a second. Is your father? He's not
It's
actually.
irrelevant.
He's not actually a party to this, is he?
Yeah, it's irrelevant.
He is,
Right.
he is a part of it. He lives at the same residence. He owns
Okay.
he owns the residence there, Your Honor.
I know, but he's not named in the petition. I'm trying to figure out how our chief of police, Chief Rowley, is going to enforce a no contact order between you two. And I don't think I can put a distance requirement on it unless everybody agrees to 150 feet. Can you stay 150 feet apart from each other or not?
I can stay away from his dwelling completely all the way around. I won't even look at his door ever again.
Okay, let's try this for 1 year. Now we're gonna say 150 feet, Ms. Freeman, on the order. And we're gonna see how that goes. Now, Zolar or Rocky, either one of you, if you need to come back in and make a change to the order, we're gonna say Rocky cannot initiate any sort of contact by telephone or text or whatever with Zolar. We're gonna try to keep you 150 feet apart. Now, if anybody needs a change, or Rocky, if you need to come in and file your own petition, you can do that too. We're gonna take a shot at keeping you two guys apart for the next 12 months, okay? 1
Okay,
year,
thank you.
1 year and 150 feet. All righty. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'll read that, I'll need you to come back and sign. Okay,
I gotta go to work.
you got it over?
Yeah, I'm late as it is.
I'll get you signed on Monday, you're back on Monday.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Uh-huh. And Zolar, and take any time, to write that up, so if you wanna come back about 2, I'll have a copy for you.
Absolutely.
All right.
Ms. Freeman, where are we? Are we done with the calendar except for the traffic ticket?
Yes, we have an attorney online now.
Oh, we do. Okay. I can't see him. Which attorney is that?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Yes. You didn't get discovery yet, did you?
I did not, Your Honor.
Okay, so it's up to you when you want to reset that. And I'm not sure when you're going to get discovery, but you name your time. 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks. You name whatever works for your calendar.
Well, Your Honor, we did file this much longer than 2 weeks ago, so I was hoping.
Okay. Right. I see. So you let me look at that. Melissa, do we have that? Did you send me their request for discovery? Is that what you're talking about? Counsel, as you filed a request for discovery?
Correct, Your Honor. So we're moving to suppress and dismiss under 3.1B.
Okay, just answer me this. When did you file the request for the demand for discovery?
On June 23rd, 2023.
June 23rd. So that is 7 days plus 27. Well, I suppose 27 days is long enough to get discovery, isn't it?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. All right. So we're going to find that demand for discovery wasn't met. There's no foundational requirements for this case, and we'll dismiss it.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's my only matter, if I might be excused.
Well, we'd love to sit around and chat with you the rest of the day, but it is Zoom.
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. We'll see you later.
Okay, see you. Have a good day.
You too. Okay, Melissa, is that our calendar?
That's your calendar, Your Honor.
Oh my goodness. Well, you have a good Thursday. Is it cooling off yet? It's kind of cooling off a little bit, isn't it?
A little bit.
Yeah. Oh, I got a message from Lorene. I just emailed everybody back that the warrants she's requesting are granted. So anyway, let me know if you need anything else.
Okay, will do. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Where is that stupid button? Come on. There it is.